Hey everybody, so today I'm videoing this. This is being videoed on Tuesday the 20th. No. Yeah, today is Tuesday the 20th. And it's going to upload tomorrow morning, which is Wednesday the 21st. And I'm doing it on Tuesday, and it will upload tomorrow because I did 2 readings yesterday on Monday, and I uploaded one this morning because I did 2 back-to-back readings yesterday morning, and I uploaded the second one this morning. So I'm videoing kind of a day ahead of when you're seeing it. So let's see. I hope that you all have an amazingly beautiful Wednesday, because this is when you're going to be seeing this video. So I'm videoing this on the 20th, but you're going to be seeing it on the 21st. So don't follow any links or emails in the comment section of either of my channels soliciting you for anything. It is scammers. Don't do it. Links are sketchy. All right. So the healing intentions is set for you folks. Always. So if you so choose, go ahead, breathe that in through the mouth and out, in through the nose and out through the mouth. After you've set your decrees, first decree it for your highest and greatest good. That helps to amplify it. And then you get used to standing in your power. It's just good to do that. So decree it for your highest and greatest good only and always if you want it. And then go ahead and just breathe that in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just helps to integrate the body. It helps to still you a little bit as you're pulling in that energy, right? And just do that for as long as you want. So with all of that being said, I hope everybody's doing well. We're going to take a look at that Mark Rutte, I guess is how we're going to say his name. I asked anybody if they could give me the correct pronunciation, and someone did try to help me out with that, but anyway, the guy just sounds like a real slime ball, so we're going to call him Rutte, kind of like a rut in the road. And he was the prime minister. Okay, so he was the prime minister of the Netherlands, all right? And much hated there. Not a great guy. By what I understand, he just ruined it. He ruined the Netherlands. And now he's the head of NATO. And the person that has asked me to do this says, he was the prime minister. He was a real scumbag. And they want to know if that person has been taken care of. They want to know, is he implementing, now that he's the head of NATO, is he implementing that original agenda? Is he the original Mark Rutte? So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to because there's a lot. Let's get a story around the Mark Rutte that you all dealt with in the Netherlands as the prime minister. Let's get a story around him first, please and thank you. Let's do a 7-card spread. So the first card down is going to represent this Mark Rutte. Even if I'm not pronouncing his name right, like the person on YouTube said yesterday, it doesn't matter, Lori, if you pronounce it right or not. You all know who I'm talking about. You in the Netherlands, and the universe knows who I'm talking about. So let's get a 7-card story about this guy when he was prime minister of the Netherlands. Let's see what that was all about, okay? Well, he was all about the money. I want you guys to see this. Let me bring this down. I'm just going to angle you different. I'm going to move the notebook. I'm going to mess with the angle so that you can think you'll be able to see everything. All right, so a story, we're asking about him when he was prime minister there. And so, yeah, he did a lot of work to create transformation there. That work was unbalanced. Does that make sense? And that created a lot of emotion for you folks. What drove him was money, you guys. So what drove this person was money. Everything about it. But there's something going on because right above him, there's a lot of disappointment. And this is a story about him, not you. So this is a story about his journey as prime minister. He he went through some major disappointment here. He did a lot of work, probably to destroy your country, right? That's what you guys were saying. But a lot of work went in, but he never got to finish it. Because with the Seven of Pentacles, you guys, it's not done yet. And if he's moved on to be the head of NATO, he didn't get to finish the work. And he was driven by money, so he was being paid. But this whole cycle of him being there as your prime minister was under that vibration of 9, you guys. So this was finishing a cycle for him, whether he knew it or not. And this money that's driving him, and across from him, this work that he never got to finish, shows that all of his money took some sort of an imbalance. It was a juggling act. Like he was very disappointed. So I don't think he got as much as he thought he was going to get out of it. I don't think he got what he thought he was going to get out of it. And when I say what he got out of it, it looks like it was all based on money. So he was pretty disappointed anyways. And he never got to finish his work, so that was disappointing. And the money that he thought he was going to get spilled. And that was disappointing. Something behind him that he didn't know was there. And then right above him being disappointed, there's all this groundwork. Just like over here, there's all this groundwork that he set up, but then a piece that he couldn't ground in. So I would be interested to hear from you folks what his agenda was there, because he didn't get to finish it. He never got to ground it in. But he did a lot to your country over time. And apparently his being gone, like he was glad to leave. And I don't know why he would be glad to leave. Very interesting. So let's get more story on him. He was glad to leave. Let's get more story on this guy, okay? All right, let's go ahead and cut these cards and get just more story. He was stilled. Something stilled him. This is, okay, so this Two of Swords is overlapping the work that he didn't get to finish and what it was that he wasn't able to ground in. Something stilled this guy. All right. Something stilled this guy. People worked together to still him. He was stilled by a group of people working together. Deals have been made. These deals touch him. And they're right beside him. So he made deals. He made deals. He told on people. He's the reason. He's the reason for a bit of chaos. Because he was stilled. He's told things. So it looks like the guy that this Mark Rutte had even more plans for you there in the Netherlands, but there was something that he didn't get to finish because he was stilled. And so he had to, these are both deal cards, right? So he had to make deals and almost like marriages and merges with people. And it was actually happy. He was happy to do it because they were probably threatening him. He was happy to make the deals because he was stilled, you guys. And in that stilling, you come down, you've got that 5. After he made deals, you've got this 5, this infighting, this chaos. So it looks like he had things that he gave out during these deals in the time that he was stilled that would have caused chaos probably amongst his peers because a big light was shown on what I would say would be the children. Am I getting this correctly? This would be a big light being shown on crimes against children. This is our page. A big light being shown on the children. That could also be shown on information that he had against these people. So the information against certain people, information about children, maybe even information about wars and fighting that people might not have known. Interesting. Big light was shown on all of this. All because this guy was stilled and made deals and told on people, which they knew he was telling. They knew he told on them. Am I reading this correctly? Because it created chaos by his being stilled and making these deals. And it shed a light on things. So, am I getting this message to the people that are watching, that are interested, that asked this question? Am I getting this message to the people correctly so far? This may be a reading only about him, because it might take that long to get all the info. We don't know. Let's see. So am I getting this right so far? Please and thank you. Hold on, there's more. I'm gonna, I guess, I'll pull a few more cards out of this deck and then I'll move to the next one if I have to keep these cards laid, okay? So hold on, there's more. I'm just going to go this way, I guess, that you can see. Hold on. He's being held. Again, more kids, you guys. Money and kids. Money and kids being held. He was involved. He was involved, and he not only did he tell on people, he was involved in things with children. And money, and then you have that 3 of hearts, right? So with the swords, not the Three of Hearts, but the Three of Swords going through the heart. So he's being held. He was stilled. He had to make deals. He couldn't finish his agenda. He was, the only reason why, like, the whole reason why he was the prime minister is because he was making tons of money from it. Like, but he was highly disappointed because the money he was promised wasn't exactly what it turned out to be. So they came in and they stilled him. He made deals. He was happy to make the deals because he wanted, he was trying to save his own ass, which created a lot of chaos because people quickly realized that this guy had been stilled somehow. He wasn't able to finish his agenda there. It looks like he's being held by who? The good guys, good military, whatever, because he was involved in this crimes against children. The things that he told will shine a light on some of that too. And the things that you're being told about him right now, and even back then, mostly lies. You're not hearing the truth about him. You're not hearing the truth. So that's very interesting. So have I delivered that so far? Is that good so far? Can you just give me one card to let me know if you want to go on or if this is accurate so far? And if you want to go on, I'm going to have to pick them all up or start with a new deck. So, have I delivered the message correctly so far? Please and thank you. I've delivered the message to you correctly so far. So, as Prime Minister, he was motivated by money. He wasn't able to ground in all of his agenda. There was work that he had left that he couldn't do. He ended up not making, he thought he was going to get more. There was more that he thought he was going to get from it. What he was able to do greatly did transform the face of your country with that temperance over a period of time. He did make a lot of changes, but he couldn't do it all. There's pieces that he wasn't able to do and finish. So if you guys know what that is, you can enlighten me on that, please. But he was stilled and he had to make deals. He made deals happily. He made deals. And he did that happily because it probably saved his ass from something other. But he's being held, you guys. And he's being held because of the crimes that he personally committed against children. And he's being held by the good military, the emperor there. 17, however you want to look at it, the alliance, good military. So that's interesting. And I asked if I got that right, and I did, with the Fool. And the secondary message with that also is that little dog's grounding him. So somewhat he's grounded. He's being held. So that's interesting. So that's what we're getting there. Something happened while he was prime minister to still him. And he wasn't able to do all that he wanted to do. It wasn't grounded in all the way. The work wasn't completely finished. Terribly disappointing for him. Great change came in and got him there. And he couldn't ground the rest in. And he said, oh, yes, please, I'll make those deals and my time here will be ended. Yes, please, I'll take that deal. And he's being held for crimes against children. That's what I'm getting. And because of this reading, I'm just going to say, and this is for entertainment purposes only, right? This reading isn't meant to hurt anybody. It's entertainment purposes only. There we go. That covers my ass. But that's what I'm getting, at least, you guys. So that's interesting. So if he's being held, and you have this person on the world stage who's supposed to be who's supposed to be Mark Rutte, and he is head of NATO, then it can't be him, right? It just can't be, because he can't be being held and being on the world stage the way he is presenting to be. So, can you give us a story about the person that we see on the world stage as the head of NATO, Mark Rutte, please and thank you. Give us a story there. Give us a story about that person, please and thank you. The head of NATO, Mark Rutte, that the world sees right now. How far are we in, you guys? 20 minutes in. Yeah, 20 minutes. So give us a story about the Mark Rutte, who the world sees right now as the head of NATO, please and thank you. Well, now this guy's coming up as the Empress, who's fair, right across from that. Very interesting. This is like the answer to a prayer. Wow, you guys, this is a lot of higher arcana cards in this layout. Oh God, how did I lay them out so that you can't see? Thought I fixed the camera angle. Maybe it's because I had them moved up more and more. Let me go up more. All right, I think you can see that. All right, so now we're asking for a story about this Mark Rutte on the world stage, who's the head of NATO, and representing Mark Rutte on the world stage as the head of NATO, you have the 3 vibration, rejoice. You have the Empress, birthed something new. It's a new person. It's not the same Mark Rutte. And you have this person as the healer. And then across from that, you have this King of Pentacles, who is very fair. And then above the sun, you have, above the Empress, you have the sun. That's winning. That's celebrations. That's warmth. That's happiness. That's abundance. That's winning. So when you pair the sun and the Empress together, I just moved the channel, the channel, and just moved the whole table, trying to get myself comfortable. So when you have the sun right above the Empress, everything about him in this is being set up good. So I'm just going to read this to you, and it's I can only read you what I'm getting, right? So what I'm getting, your pathway is, this is the answer to some prayers. This is work to create balance within within NATO, okay? So this is like the energy driving the pathway about this Mark Rutte in NATO, okay? So answer to prayers. This is a high vibrational thing. This is like the answer to the prayer, okay? This is going to create balance within NATO. This is a very healing thing. This is a very fair thing. So what is this thing? This thing is the Mark Rutte that we're seeing as the head of NATO, okay? So very healing, birthing something new, is someone new, right? To bring in celebrations, to somehow create a better way, something better, right? The something better right beside that is an ending, a surrendering to NATO. This person is very fair, very abundant, and led with very high vibrations. And he is answering to somebody else with that Fool. So he might look as though he's the head of NATO, but he's not really the head of NATO. Does that make sense to you guys? someone else keeps him grounded. Somebody else is telling him what to do. But he's very fair. He's there doing work to actually like bring upon an ending of NATO. And this he that you see is not the other he, because that other one that was the prime minister was stilled. He couldn't finish the work that he was doing. He couldn't ground in his entire agenda because he was stilled, and he's being held by the white hats. And whoever it is that we see right now on the world stage pretending to be Mark Rutte is there for good reasons. It's like the answer to a prayer, to do the work, not finished yet, to create a full surrender of NATO. This person is very, very good, very fair, and doing good work to bring in celebrations, but he is like being handled by somebody else. Did I just read that correctly? Please and thank you. Did I just read that correctly? Am I bringing the message correctly? Because the whole point is that his whole point is the ending of NATO. And it's only fair that it ends. And it will be very healing that it ends. So very interesting. So did I get this? Did I deliver this correctly, please and thanks? Let's cut them. I got it correctly with the Hanged Man. So secondary message to that is this NATO is also being stilled. NATO's in limbo, and it's going through an ending, a complete ending. And this person who's supposed to be Mark Rutte is actually good. It's not the same Mark Rutte. They're actually good and fair. And working to create like something really good, and the surrendering of NATO, and they're being handled by someone else. But I read that to you right. Secondary message would be that NATO is actually in limbo, even though we might not realize that. We might not see it as being in limbo on the world stage. So that's what I'm getting. So this person that you're seeing right now isn't the one that you saw as prime minister. And so that reading there answered the question, is he implementing the old agenda, the dirty agenda? No, because it's not him. It's somebody playing him. And the agenda is to end NATO. And totally end NATO. And still it. So, because of that, don't you guys want a story about NATO? Because I do. And then also, there's somebody that asked me to look at the UK because they're a freaking mess there. Because we're all a freaking mess everywhere. And what would seem to be a mess, right? It would seem to be a mess. But we're constantly told we're living under an illusion. So I also want to look at the UK, and then that there is that sun reading that they want me to do. And the sun is fun. It is fun. But I think the UK kind of takes precedence over that reading, because though the sun and all of that is fun and uplifting, I think people are really looking for a little bit of an insight into their own countries, because it's just a shit show all over. It appears to be, right? So let's take a look. 7-card spread. Please tell us the truth about NATO. Tell us a true story about NATO right now. If the mission is to end it completely and it's in limbo right now, can you show us a 7-card spread about NATO, just to kind of give us a little insight, clarity, truth there when it comes to NATO, please and thank you. Happy ending to NATO. First card up. First card up is describing NATO. It's already ended, and it's a good thing that it did. Be happy, because that was not good. Be very happy. Lots of secrets there. Lots of secrets that will come up from underneath the surface, you guys. Oh boy, there's much to be revealed there about NATO. The moon is going to reveal a lot when it comes to NATO. Very interesting. Wow. All right. So, true story around NATO, you guys. The first card up is that it's ended. So that cycle is completely ended. The way that was done here on the Earth plane, NATO is ended. And it needed to, because the ending of that actually really helped move humanity out of troubled water. It was important that that came to pass, and that's why it's in limbo now. What's going on now is just something different. But NATO, the true story is, what I'm getting, the true story around NATO is that it's a completed cycle. And across from that, boy, there's a lot of secrets. There's a lot of stuff yet to be revealed. And, you know, things that will come up from the surface all around NATO. And above that, coming up from the surface and all of the reveals, it's being hyper-focused on. There's probably even things, because these are cups, right? So this is all about making people feel. So they're focusing on these reveals, okay? Above these things that will come out. They want to make it an emotional process. And I'm not sure why that is. There's a lot of water in this. And a lot of water, that's all about emotions. Emotions, emotions, emotions. So it's going to be an emotional process. They actually want it to be an emotional process. There's a reason why it's going to be revealed and brought up from the surface the way that it does. The truth about NATO. And why it ended. And why it moved us out of troubled waters. There's a reason they want it to be highly emotional. They really want people to feel what was happening there. All right, so the energy that drives the reading, the energy that drives the pathway is the moon. And the moon reveals secrets. So the moon ends cycles and it reveals secrets, and it gets everybody talking about the secrets. So the moon has ended it, okay? And again, it's going to make people uncomfortable. They want this level of discomfort in people when things are revealed. Look at all this water. I mean, we have water all around. It's probably a lot of what was being done at NATO is going to be horrific for the normies to find out. But the moon's going to reveal it all. The moon ended it. The moon ends cycles. So the moon is what ends this cycle. The moon reveals things. The moon is what's going to reveal a lot of stuff about a lot of people and a lot of things there. It's being looked at right now. So there's got to be hints and drops and talk about NATO out there right now. That's getting people to feel things. So we're we're right there where we're about to cross that bridge where people actually see that this cycle has ended, and where people start to see these big reveals. We're about to cross that bridge where people see that this ending moved us out of some very, very troubled water. And we're at that phase where we're about to cross that bridge where people are really going to feel pretty strongly about it. Now, at the very top of this pathway, it is strength, and it's 8, and it's the beast has been tamed. So literally, this was a beast, and it's been tamed. So very, very interesting. So basically, NATO doesn't exist. That beast has been tamed. Thank goodness, because that moved us out of troubled water. That it's been ended. It's ended. It was a beast, and it has been tamed. And so it ended it, and it moved humanity into smoother sailing because of it. And there's a lot that's going to come up from the surface, and it's going to trigger some pretty good feelings in people. A lot of people are going to get talking. A lot of people are already talking. A lot of people already know. A lot of people will come up from under the surface, and they'll start to wake up to it, and they won't like it, but the moon ends things and reveals all. And we're about to cross that bridge right now. Once we cross that bridge and we start getting the reveals about the things being done, through NATO, and people are triggered and whatnot, then we're going to be able to see that that beast has been tamed. But it's already ended, even though we're still waiting. You're going to have to wait to see the beast be tamed. So did I get that? Did I deliver that message correctly? Please and thank you. So that's the story of NATO. That's at least what I'm getting, you guys. It's done. The beast has been tamed. And it moved us out of troubled water doing that. It's good for humanity that it's done. Done for. So is that correct? Did I read this correctly? Please and thank you. With one card. It's finished. It's a tamed beast. Though you won't get to see that it's tamed until we cross that bridge where they start to really reveal the things about NATO. So is that correct? Please and thank you. They want to talk more, so hold on. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to fit 2 into this, I don't think, because we're already 37 minutes in. And I still have more I have to do when we get off here. So I'm not going to be able to look at the UK today, but I will. I'll do that tomorrow. And then that will go up the next day because I'm like videoing a day beforehand. But they want to talk more. So it's already ended. Just hold on. It's saying something new is going to take its place, which is going to be the answer to your prayers. Something new in technology, fresh technology. Let's go further. Moving towards us fast. Communities. I can't. I got to put one more card down here. You're going to be able to see that. High vibing. So hang on just a little bit longer. Something new is coming in. It's going to be the answer to our prayers. So something is going to replace NATO. So it's going to end, but even though the old beast has been tamed, something new is going to rise up from it. Something new is going to rise up from it, which we're going to really like. It's going to be super fresh with this Page of Swords. It's going to be super fresh technology, energy, ideas, something super fresh, moving very fast towards the communities. Hang on, guys. Keep the faith. Just hold on, because something new is blooming from it. And that's why you haven't seen it actually being ended yet. And that might be also why they were showing, when we looked at Mark Rutte, they were showing him as the healer. Because maybe the people that are in there right now are doing things to help implement this something new. Something new is coming out of the ending of NATO. And it's actually moving towards us fast because we've got the rods coming at us fast. And it's very high frequency. So hang on, we've got some new technology, very high frequency. Come into the communities, rejoice through this ending of NATO and the control that came in and kind of took over NATO. Have I read that correctly? So NATO, the way it was, ended, moved humanity out of troubled water, tamed the beast that was not good, totally ended that. There'll be a lot of reveals there, but if we hold on a little bit, it's not just that you're going to find out that the beast has been tamed and the system's been ended, that it's something new is going to bloom from it that's very high frequency, something that we can all use, new technology coming up, something very new coming up that's going to be high frequency, that's going to be very, very high frequency. So have I gotten that correct, please? Sorry, yawning, you guys. Did I read this correct? Something new coming out of the old that has been finished. Is that correct? Something new, that's correct. Celebrate, people working together. I want to know more of the story. I'm going to pick these up. People are working together. As I was asking if that was correct, I was thinking I need to ask them for a hint as to what this is. I don't know if that's something you guys want to know, but I kind of do. So, celebrate. This is correct. People working together. There's been a merge, a marriage with that card, a merger, a marriage. People working together to end NATO, create something new, more high vibrational. I'm going to let them keep talking. I need to shuffle the cards. I'm hoping they give us like a hint. Something very good that we'll be happy about. High frequency, high vibration. Something good. So, yeah, I'm just going to let them keep talking. Till we get it. Although I can't let them talk too much longer because I'm nearly an hour in at this point. But let's just get the rest of the story here. Can you see? Yes, you can see that. 2 3s side by side. Absolute joy and happiness. 6, love, divine love. All ready to go, like cleared to bring to the communities. Like it's all clear. It's cleared. So set up and ready to go to bring to the communities. Big victory. You guys, big victory. Like, we should seriously be celebrating. Something good is coming under the surface of all of this. Big celebration. Like, all set to go with that 3 of rods. The path, everything's cleared, and it's all set to go. They're just not moving forward yet, but it's all clear to bring to us. We should be celebrating because that's one of the battles that we won. This is one of the battles that we won. This is very celebratory. So is that correct? Celebrate because this is one of the battles that we've won in this very strange period of time that we're living through right now. This is something very good, all set to come to the communities. Rejoice. This is one of the battles that we've won. One of the victories that we've already won. Interesting, huh? Yes, rejoice. Now, I want them to give us a hint, don't you? So we got the yes, I've read this to you correctly. It's all clear to go to bring it to the communities. This was the ending of NATO was a battle that we've already won. The beast is tamed. They're doing something new technology coming to the people. This is really a good thing. That's why we got so much healing in the looking at the guy placed as this Mark Rutte in NATO. So surprise, surprise, NATO as it stood is finished. What's in limbo is this new stuff that's going to be coming to us. NATO's finished. The beast has been tamed. The limbo is what it's being used for at the time, at the moment, which is to bring humanity something better, more high frequency. We should be rejoicing because everything's cleared to bring this new thing into humanity. This is a battle that was already fought and won, is what they're saying, and I got it right with the Emperor. So, I'll do the UK. I'll read on the UK tomorrow, and it will go up the day after, right? And we will take a look at the sun. But this is kind of exciting. Can you give us just a little hint about maybe what is going on there right now under the illusion of it still being NATO? It's all set and all clear to bring to humanity, that we will be happy about. So, just a little hint, please, and thank you. Total destruction of the old way, birthing something new, death and rebirth, the lovers, bringing people together, allowing people that can't see to see, allowing people that can't see to see clearly, breaking the chains that bound humanity over a long period of time with hard work. Merges happened. The answers to our prayers are rising up. We got to hold on. They're not going to give me a hint. You shits. That's funny. They're not telling me, but they're saying a complete death and destruction to the old way, ushering in the love vibration, which is going to help people come together, and people that can't see clearly the manipulation that was going on will be able to see. It's going to completely break these chains that have been binding us to this for over a very long period of time with that Knight of Pentacles. So it's saying come together and rejoice. Work was done. People came together. They worked to answer our prayers. And all we got to do is hold on. Hold on, hold on. So they're not going to give me a hint, but they're telling me this is a very good thing and we should be rejoicing and we should be happy. So that's what I'm getting there. Sometimes we're not meant to know until we're meant to know, right? So did I just read that correctly, please, and thanks? Something good. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. All right. So did I just read that correctly? Please and thank you. You're not going to tell us, but we should just rejoice. Yeah, Page of Cups. Hop into your feelings. The Page of Cups. Get happy the world over. Feel the excitement the world over. Energy's changed. It's coming our way. Chaos is part of what we're going through. That's going to reveal the secrets that bring 17 in to transform things. The war that we're going through. That, again, major transformation. So we got to get into our feelings. We got to start feeling joyful the world over. We do have fast-moving energy coming towards us, which is going to bring us a bit more chaos, you guys. It's just is what it is what they're saying. It is. We're going through it the world over. But this chaos that we're going through is actually a good thing. We're going through the chaos the world over. More chaos incoming fast. So hang on, right? Which is what they were telling us down here, you guys. Hang on. But the moon is coming in and it's getting people stirred up. There's reveals going on. People are getting stirred up. 17 needs to see that to come in and actually make great transformation. Like, it is what it is. We're going through some stuff, and they just want to say that. They're letting us know we got more chaos incoming fast with that, with the rods. So I just want to say, as we see this chaos play out on the physical plane, in the physical day-to-day, we keep getting that it's mostly an illusion, okay? So I'm going to shuffle these all in, and I'm going to ask them if I delivered everything that in those messages that they wanted me to. So did I deliver everything in those messages that you wanted me to? Please and thanks. We got to shuffle those up pretty good because that was a pretty big pile of cards. So basically you said you're not going to reveal the secret, but for us to hold on and really get into our feelings and feel joyful and feel, because we do have a bit of chaos incoming. And it's just part of what's happening right now that creates the reveals, that sparks the conversations, that sparks the actions, that allows 17 to come in and do the things that they need to do and make the transformation that they need to make. So, did I read that correctly? Please and thank you. And that we should be rejoicing because things are changing. There are endings happened. And we just have to wait a little longer for the big reveals of what some of those things are. So, is that correct? Please and thank you. But the things are all clear. Just gotta wait. It's all in perfect timing. Is that right? Oh, they want to talk about kids now. Page of Cups. The kids. News about the kids. All right, so there's going to be more stuff about the children. They want y'all to know. News about the children moving fast. It's going to hit the communities. A lot of groundwork has already been done to bring this information, to ground this new stuff in. Seeds are getting planted. More seeds will come. There will be a complete surrendering when people realize what has been happening with the kids. And so are you also saying that NATO, there's information around NATO and what they were doing with kids there? And that's going to be like really shocking to the communities when they find that out. Is that also a piece of this message? Because we're talking about NATO, we're talking about that death and that destruction, that's surrendering. And we've gotten that little kid card. And so what they were doing with the children, and that's going to come out pretty quickly. when it comes, the news about what was going on with NATO around children, please and thank you. Is that what you're saying? That's a piece of what's going to come out and get people talking with that moon. Because they're going to be able to see what the... Yeah, that's a bridge we're going to be crossing. And let's get more. That's a bridge that we're going to be crossing, which is going to help bring upon the happy ending. Because of the fact that children and people, because this is people, were moved out of troubled water. So that's a battle that we won. So you're basically saying that NATO, its funding, its money, there's a lot of stuff going on with NATO that was all around moving kids, doing things to children. And this is news that will eventually flow out to the people. We're getting ready to cross that bridge. And so people will be happy that it ended because they will see very clearly that the ending of that moved humanity, especially our kids, out of that troubled water. And this was a battle that was already fought and won. So is that what you're saying? Let me shuffle. Is that what you're saying? And we're going to be seeing some of that on the, as far as like information there, you guys. And we can't keep chatting, guys, because I've been an hour. It's almost an hour into this. So let's wrap it up, please and thank you. I appreciate all of your insights and the fact that you're always there for all of us. But I do have to wrap this up. But did I get that correct, please and thank you? NATO's involvement with the children and the news that will come out around that. I saw it correctly. I saw it correctly. There's going to need to be a lot of healing. 17 is going to need to bring in a lot of healing for people once they find out about those kids. But we've been told that's what's going to help people to cross party lines and put their differences aside. We will come together once everybody realizes what's been happening to our kids. So yes, I saw it correctly. So yeah, they were pretty dirty in that regard. And of course, we all know these agencies. We all know. But this is going to allow people to see. And they're not going to give us a hint about what new will come from what the new thing is that's coming from NATO. But they want us to know that there will be news coming out in that regard to what was going on there. And then people they'll be happy to know that that cycle of NATO ended, and it will bring people together. A lot of healing will have to take place when people realize what has been going on with our children. Hearts will break all over. And that's good. A broken heart gets us back into love vibration when we've stopped feeling things. And I think a lot of people have stopped really feeling true feelings, and they're all caught up in ego feelings. So broken hearts can really, really change the face of things. Every time my heart's been broken, I've come out better for it. I've become a better person for it. Every single time. So, with that being said, is there one card that you want to leave us with as we close out this this reading. As the energy stands, the information that you've given me. Well, first, I don't know why I'm doing this, because I'm an hour in and I've got to finish cooking. But I feel like there's something more that you want to say. So is that correct? I feel like there's just another short story. So am I feeling into this correctly, please and thank you. Yes. They want to say more about the kids. Page of Pentacles. All right, so let's do it up. All right, so going to be a big focus on the earth plane, on these kids moving forward. It's going to be a big focus on these kids and the war that was fought and won for these kids to move forward. It's going to be a big focus on these kids and the battle that's had to take place. It's going to be a big focus on people that weren't able to see, going to be able to turn around and see all of the deception as we move forward. So basically what they're trying to get through to us is that we have got to stop being divided, and that this is coming, we are coming to a place where people will get over this hump and we will be joined. We will come back together as we move forward. And so I think what they're screaming at us is that we have to be the people moving in that direction first, right? So, even though you get online and you see stupid shit and it angers you and you want to, and you feel, because we're human, and you feel like, just I'd just like to slap that person right up across the head. What is wrong with them? Why can't they see? What is wrong with them? Just pull yourself back from that. Don't allow the energy. Don't let it set with you like that, because we're coming into a day where people are going to see, and it's going to be hard for them. And so let's just keep our energy straight and in love. And if we're seeing stuff that's irritating us, pull away from it, because we're coming into a time here where people are going to be coming together, because there's going to be things shown regarding our kids that is going to bring people together, is what they're saying. So get our vibrations ready for the shift, so that we're not still hanging back the loners who feel disconnected because people just don't see. Is that what you're telling us, please and thank you? What they're telling us. So because I'm an hour in, I'm an hour and 3 minutes and counting, I'm going to leave it there. Normally I would ask for a card left from them, but they had this message. So they already gave us the insight, the message. So yeah, with the Empress, that's what they're telling us. So get ready to, pull yourself back, because we're getting ready to come together, and we just really need to keep our vibrations high and stay in love, and don't let don't get irritated by the fact, because people don't know what they don't know, because there was a time that we didn't know it either, and other people did for years and years, right, before us, and on it goes. So just don't allow for the irritation. I know it seems annoying as hell sometimes, but just don't allow for it, because we are going to get over this hump, and people are going to turn around. They're going to see, even though we can see clearly, other people are going to turn around and they're going to see that they've been deceived. They're going to see what's been going on with the kids. They're going to see that there's been a war for our children, and they're going to see that, we're victorious moving forward. They're going to see clearly moving forward with that 7. Okay, so just stay in the love vibration, stay in the healing vibration, stay in the joy vibration, feel abundant, you know, stay connected to source, stay grounded into the earth, do your earthing, take the time to self-heal, self-nurture, and, you know, keep your vibration in a good place. Don't get annoyed. Don't get annoyed with people right now. Just keep your vibes high. Because these children are going to bring us all together. It's going to be crimes against children that unites humanity. All right, you guys, with that being said, I've been on here quite a while. I love you all. Stay vibing high. I'll look at the UK with the next reading, and then we'll look at the sun. And yeah, we'll get a story there. So again, this is just what I'm getting. Take from it what you will. Take what resonates. Toss the rest. Use your own intuition. Please, I encourage all of you guys to feel your way through these readings. Not with your ego, but with your hearts and with your intuition. Yeah, stay in the love vibration. Stay vibing high, you guys. Stay joyful. Focus on what matters. And don't let the outside world affect you personally in your own joy and your own happiness. Keep up the good fight, but don't let what you see steal your joy. All right, you guys. I love you all very much. I will see you soonish. Until then, you all take care. And, yeah, don't let the world get you down. It looks like a shit show, but we keep getting good things are happening. And I can see the proof of that. So, yeah, stay there. Stay positive. Until next time, you guys, I'll see you. Love you. Bye.